Bonjour everyone, Pantouf here today for a new video in which we're going to take a look at this little tank. We already talked about it on the channel, but now that the 9.2 update is out, it means that we have access to the statistics and they are quite good enough to mention them in a video. So let's not lose too much time and jump directly into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the WT CAMELOT, which is basically a WT Panzer 4 switched to a collectible. The cool thing about Wargaming making those events, I want to recap it, is basically that this tank is among the most popular in terms of tech tree lines from the tier 9 branch, because obviously when people tend to go to the Grill 15, some of you will tell you that WT Panzer 4, the tank that comes right before, is better than the tier 10 and that therefore it's worth keeping. So Wargaming decided to switch off a little bit and create a collectible that we could all keep that will probably be enjoyable. In order for us to understand the main difference between the tank I just showed you, the WT CAMELOT and the WT Panzer 4, let's see the mobility of both of them one by one. First of all, when it comes to the tech tree, you have 40 km per hour top speed with an average speed of 34 and a reverse speed of 12 km per hour. Whereas with the WT CAMELOT, it seems like your mobility is going to be a little bit downgraded because your average speed is 30 instead of 34, which means that the tank you're seeing on screen right now is going to be slower than the regular WT from the tech tree. Second aspect to take a look at, the WT Panzer 4 is equipped with two guns, a 12.8 centimeter and a 152 millimeter that you are currently seeing on screen. But if we compare both tanks with the exact same gun, you will find that the one equipped on the WT Panzer 4 has 3,000 DPM, whereas the one equipped on the WT CAMELOT has an impressive amount of 3,100 DPM stock, which means that if you equip it properly, you can probably increase that to 3.3 or something like that, which means that the WT CAMELOT will have less mobility, but a much better gun. And this is where things are going to be quite interesting, because a tank with a high DPM is obviously a tank with which you're going to have a lot of fun. I think that with this one, you can probably climb up to 3,400 alpha DPM, and if it's the case, it's going to be godly. Reload time 8.8 seconds at the base, which means that if you equip it properly, you can probably drop down to 8.3, and 8.3 seconds of reload for 460 alpha damage is definitely a catch. This thing is going to be a nightmare to pretty much everything as long as you stay far from the battlefield and try to find camping tank destroyers position. And now for the latest things to know about the tank, they have the exact same armor, which is close to nothing, which means that everyone will penetrate you. So now we have to answer one question. Is it worth it to totally abandon the tech tree WT Panzer 4 for the profit of the new WT CAMELOT? In my opinion, yes and no. It depends on which gun you are using, because the WT Panzer 4 from the tech tree will not be replaced because of his 152mm gun. Because yes, having a better DPM is cool because it allows you to be versatile, to pick your targets, to be effective at long range, etc. But it doesn't allow you to snap some enemies out of the map just in one click, which is something the WT from the tech tree can do. I think that the main goal from Wargaming's perspective was to get rid of the people abusing the small gun on the WT Panzer 4, or at least getting rid of them not using a premium, because obviously if you are playing your WT Panzer 4 with the 12.8 centimeter gun, then it's a much better choice to just throw the tank away and pick yourself a WT CAMELOT, because that tank is definitely gonna pack a lot of DPM. I mean, it's a bigger DPM than the one you see on the tier 10, on your favorite tier 10 tank destroyer. And it's probably closer to what the Yak Tiger can output. And the Yak Tiger is the tier 9 tank with the best DPM. So obviously, when you see things like that, it tells you that it's a tank you need to have in your collection. Once again, maybe one more things to say, the 50 TP prototype that was available in such an event has never ever been seen in the shop after this event, which means that it's probably going to be an exclusive tank that you need to get within 3 weeks. Otherwise, you can say bye-bye to the tank. And it would be a shame because obviously, statistically talking, it's definitely going to be a good tank, specifically if you manage to get a top tier game. So obviously, it's a pretty nice gift from Wargaming because I want to remind you all that this tank is definitely going to be a free-to-play one as long as you know how to play, because obviously the medals that you need to acquire in order to obtain the tanks are quite difficult to get if you are new to the game. It's basically brother in arms, which means that you and your platoon mate must have 2 kills each, plus the crucial contribution, which means that you need you and your platoon mate to have in total 6 kills, if I'm not mistaken, and you need to do that a lot of time. So yes, it's going to take time, it's going to take focus, but is it the reward truly worth it? Yes. And on top of that, it's the closest thing we have in World of Tank Blitz that looks like Clan Wars, or at least tank deserved through the mission system. And maybe that it will be a way for Wargaming statistics to know how many people obtain the tank, to know if it's worth it or not to get Clan Wars added into the game in the near future, which is probably going to come sooner than expected because of the release of Tank Company pretty soon. So tell me in the comments, what do you think about the WT CAMELOT? Do you think that it's a tank you need to acquire? Personally, I will get mine, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to tell you that it's a lovable tank because with 3.4k DPM, there are a lot of stuff in this game that you can kill. So, waiting for the tank to be released, tell me in the comments your opinion only on the statistics that we saw on this video, and personally, I'm going to see you soon for a new video. Bye.